What is up, my YouTube friends? Good evening. It is amazing to see 35 people in here already at 7 p.m. There certainly are a lot of broken thumbs, though, so we definitely like to see those. They help other people find the stream, which is always good. And let me know how you're doing in the comments. Tell me where you're from. It is awesome to see you. See, for wherever Dixie Chick is, it's morning time. So, it's definitely not morning time here. It's past old people bedtime. So, luckily I'm still up. And even on the north side of the earth. So there you go. As long as we stay on this side of the dirt, we're doing pretty good. Let's go over and say hi to Monica and see what's going on and all that fun stuff, because she looks fantastic tonight. Yeah. Hello, honey. How are you doing?
Hey, honey. I'm doing good. I'm doing very good tonight.
Dixie
The weather
Chick
finally got
works,
more comfortable, so...
She works nights, so that's why it's morning to her. Express Netherland is, from the Netherlands, I think. It's 1 a.m. there. Garland, Texas. Not Garland, he's not from Garland, Alaska. Yes. You had to see the Hallmark movie, I suppose. New Hampshire. Nice. Oh, man. Philippines. Very nice.
Arkansas.
Missouri. Well, thank you, dat dude Vince. I appreciate that. He's from Missouri and he's been recommending the channel. Well, that's good. I must be doing something right. As long as I can help you guys and learn you up about how to do live stream and stuff. That's what we're all about. Arkansas, San Antonio, St. Louis, Missouri. Nice. Poland, Greece. Nice. Holy mackerel. The Republic of Moldova. Well, that's interesting. I don't even know where that is. I don't even know. That's like somewhere I've never been for sure. I'm just here for the baby snap camp. Well, K9, that's all I'm here for too, man. Georgia. That's the European Georgia. It has to be, because the Georgia here is in the same time zone as we are.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Well, as usual, it is that time, and I'm excited. But the first thing we have to do is make sure that everyone is all snacked up and ready to go. So let's go ahead and provide everyone with their virtual bag of popcorn. And we're going to go ahead and embiggen that puppy.
There you go.
Get your butter ready is right, Logician. Hopefully Logician is back. He's got his traditions. He's going to be making up his steak, hopefully, doing all that good stuff. That's the only way we ever have a good stream. And of course, gotta go do this. So if you are new to the stream, we answer questions in a specific order based on how we are receiving them within our form. And that means we're going to get to every single question. I think last week might be the first time we didn't get to every single question. And that's just because, shockingly, we had a couple of weird technical difficulties that I like to blame on Monica. So hey, Gemma's in the house.
Gemma,
what's up,
hi,
Gemma? Who's Gemma?
She's early today.
Yeah, Gemma's early.
Yeah, she usually pops in a little bit later.
Yeah. What are you doing here?
What are you doing here? No, it's good that she's here early.
Who opened the form? Well, that's a good question. Let's see if we can answer whose fault it is that the form is now opened.
Uh-oh. Now we're blaming somebody for opening the form.
We are.
Who opened the form up? Who opened the form up?
Here we go. There we go. Now everyone knows.
Oh.
Yeah, it is actually placed properly. I am the one that opened it.
Well, I don't want to piss anybody off. I could have blamed Gemma, but that, Yes, I'm still up. I can't sleep. I'm here to see you both. She's really here to see Monica. I'm just the tag along. I know how it works, Gemma. I know. 2 a.m. in Israel now. Good morning. All right. Well, while we're waiting for our first question, I want to talk a little bit about something that's really fascinating that's been happening on my channel, because I don't have a freaking clue what the hell's going on, and maybe somebody out there will have an explanation. But I have a video that I released about a week and a half ago, the one that I did about the 3 plugins that I never stream without, which of course if you watch my content you'll see I use all of those things in my content. But for some reason in the comment section of this video that I'm talking about, the three plugin video, I am getting the most freaking bizarre people commenting. So basically they're all commenting, they're using complete gibberish. Whatever they're saying has absolutely nothing to do with the actual video, and they're using like a lot of the same keywords. It's like they're speaking in some kind of bizarre code. Now I've been going through, you're not going to find these comments in there because I've been going through and just deleting them, but I literally have no idea what these people are doing, if they're, if this is some kind of weird, I don't know, spy network that decided to use the comment section of this video to communicate with. I have no idea what this is. Hey, Gemma, thank you so much. Gemma says, "You're never the tag along. Love you both. I'm an OG." Well, there is no question. Gemma has been around since I was, Gemma's been around since I was live streaming every morning in different locations of the world. So it is awesome to have some of the OG in here. I did see that Jelly Duck is also around, and he's been here since I had 20 subscribers. It's pretty doggone epic to have folks that still come around from that long ago, because we're talking 4 or 5 years. So thank you, Gemma. I do appreciate it. You are the best, my friend. You really are. By the way, oh, here we go. Oh, what is that? It's like a little light beeping in my head. Oh man, that was pretty weird. Thank you, Gemma. Oh, so anybody have any clue what the heck is going on in my comments section? Please let me know in the comments. I'm sure Tech Examined or somebody will point it out if I happen to miss it, or you could just leave a comment in this video to let me know. I've never seen anything like this before, where I'm just getting completely off-topic, bizarre, gibberish comments that appear to be talking to each other in... Yeah, it's freaking bizarre. It is absolutely bizarre. And I've heard about people doing weird stuff like this as like kiddie rings where they're pointing out points in videos where kids appear and stuff. But I've never seen it on just a regular Joe video that doesn't really, it's just so weird. It's really strange. So if you know what's going on, please let me know. Let's go get our first question, assuming that we have any. All right.
I was gonna say, well, how'd you know?
When Google Translate malfunctions, I guess that's possible, but
No way.
I don't know. They're all
There's two.
using like the same weird. There were so many comments, and they're all using like the same weird phraseology and gibberish. It was really bizarre. Oh, they are not bots, but they have the mind of bots. Perhaps bots are smarter than they are. Little kids too, chat. They're definitely more little kids. Definitely grown-ass people speaking some kind of code that I don't understand. All right, babe, do we got any questions?
That's what makes it a code, though. If everybody understood it, then it wouldn't be a code.
I guess. But it's all deleted now. I'm sure they're not very
Okay.
happy with me, but it is what it is.
Well,
If you're not going to make a comment that's actually relevant to the video, then I don't need them.
that's right.
That's right.
That's right.
All right,
That's
babe,
right.
let's do this.
All
We've
right.
got,
Okay.
We've got 54 peeps waiting with bated
Yes.
breath. for these
Yes,
questions.
I know, for our questions. So we will start with the first question. It's from Pologia. Pologia.
Hold on a second. Mel's Gear, that's an awesome question. Put it in the sheet. I'd love to answer it. Go ahead, babe.
Okay. From Pologia. It says, I have an image source in OBS that I want to automatically hide and show at random intervals. Any recommendations?
Sure. Let's go over here to our tutorial screen. Let me pop up the thing. All right, so there are a couple of plugins that you can use that will randomly hide and show, assets. I've done videos on some of these before. Unfortunately, it's difficult for me to actually remember which ones they are, but there are pieces of the advanced scene switcher that oh, it's not going to let me do it. Express Netherlands.
Hello, and welcome to the membership program. By the way, if you're interested in becoming a member, well, there is a link down below under members, and what it allows you to do is support the channel, or if you do the second tier, you can actually join our Discord with a lot of other amazing people. It's a lot of fun. So we're here to voice back to you, and I like to hear what I'm doing. Thank you so much for becoming a member. I really do appreciate it. Oh, my face fell off. Thank you.
Music is too loud for the voice. Well, I'll turn the voice up next time, Mel's. I appreciate that. All right, so if you use, and it's not going to let me open it up, but there is a tool. If you go into the automatic scene switcher, right here. Actually, that's not what it is either, is it? Automatic scene switcher. I'm pretty sure it's the automatic. Is it the advanced? Yeah, this one right here, the advanced scene switcher. This gives you the ability to literally take sources and have them come on and off randomly, different stuff like that. So you can see all of these different pieces at the top here give you the ability to select different aspects of your stream, turn them on and off. So you've got scene triggers, sequences, but you can drill all the way down. I know there's something in here that allows you to drill all the way down to sources so that you can turn a source on and off in a scene. So you could just go to the scene trigger and, tell it which scene, tell it which source. You can schedule it to do it randomly or to come on one at a time. Advanced Scene Switcher is really, really cool stuff. So I would probably recommend that you go and check out the Advanced Scene Switcher first, and that should enable you to do the kind of things that you're trying to do. There's nothing physically built into OBS that's going to allow you to randomly turn on and off a source. Now, one of the things I do, if the kind of source that you're talking about is like a lower thirds or something like that, what I would do probably is create a video of the lower third with alpha and just randomly set it up in a video file that's like, I don't know, 15 minutes long or something. And then I would just export that out, place it over top of the scenes that I wanted it in, and then it will randomly appear on the video every time. And you don't have to worry about any kind of overhead from another plugin or something like that. So that is also a thing that I use. So Advanced Scene Switcher is one of the top 5 plugins. There you go. I know I had it in a video somewhere, but yeah. So hopefully that helps you, Pelagia. And yeah, if it's a lower third or something, I like to just create a video, lay it over top, then then it comes on randomly. I always know it's going to work, and it's not going to complicate the stream because you're using some kind of plugin or something like that. So that's just my thought. You're bored? I'm sorry, Iconic Crux. We gave out the free virtual popcorn earlier. You must have missed it, man. All right, babe. What's the next question?
Next question is
Poor
from
guy's
8.
bored. I mean, that's because this
What?
video is over a minute long. Oh gosh. Yep.
You're funny.
I know.
Okay. Okay. 809 Lion has a question.
Well, hello, 809 Lion.
What are your recommendations to capture sound for M1 Mac, specifically PS5 audio?
All right. So there are a couple of different ways to do it. Hopefully, my moderators are out there and ready to drop those videos in there. The first video is with Black Hole. It basically captures your audio from your desktop. So any desktop audio or any desktop audio that is physically playing on your Mac, it will capture it. Now, I don't know how you're bringing your PS4, your PlayStation, or whatever into the Mac, so there's that to consider. But the other thing is I just recently did a video. So somebody please drop the video on Black Hole in there. It was... there you go. Thank you so much, Logician. The second option would be the Caster software. And Caster is awesome because it allows you to physically separate out your desktop audio so that you're not just getting everything that happens in the audio. You can separate it out. So you can separate out your Discord audio and your Spotify audio and all that sort of stuff. It's a really, really awesome tool. For free, it basically does exactly what Black Hole does. And then for a small fee, you can basically add infinite audio sources directly into OBS. It's really, really awesome. So if you want to check one of those two options out, they both work really well. I would probably recommend the Caster free option if you just want to bring in your desktop over Black Hole. But that's just, I just think it's a lot easier to set up. We've got Pima Aaron Space in the house and Sandy's in the house. Sandy, it's been a while, my friend. It's good to see you back. It's good to see you back. You finally made it. Looks like he made it. Oh gosh, these are the jokes. All right, babe. How'd you like my Barry Manilow impression?
That was pretty short.
It was pretty bad, huh?
You got the words right.
Yeah, I did. Oh well.
Well, at least I
Yeah.
knew what it was. It was pretty good.
Yeah, you knew what it was. And the rest of the audience is like, is that Maroon
What?
5? No.
It's not Maroon.
It was not. It was not. Let's get another question, beautiful.
Okay. Second.
Just
Okay,
so
we-
you guys know, please ask your questions in the form. The form link is listed in the description, and of course, if you just ask for the form link, one of my amazing moderators will go ahead and throw that down in there so that you can do it. We want to get to every single one of your questions. The only way we can do that is to make sure that you ask them in the form. All right, babe, go ahead.
Yep. Oh, the Logician has a question. For anyone born
nice.
before 1990, what is Jenny's number?
Oh, well, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Jenny's
what?
number is...
But what about let people in the stream think about it for a
Oh yeah, this one's for everyone. There you go. Tech
This is open
examined.
to everyone.
Please. Softball question.
I know,
It
but
was in-
still,
It was in the chat. It was not in the question form.
yeah. If somebody's got Stacy's mom's number, they'll let me know.
She's got it going on.
She's got
sometimes.
it.
That's what I heard. That's what I
Yeah.
heard. You know what's crazy about Jenny? Poor girl died before they even had an area code. It's crazy.
Piss.
Yes, that's what happens.
Oh, we're gonna get whisked away. Hey, Pima Aaron Space says Michael, my favorite live streamer. Yee! Aw, well, thank you, Pima Aaron Space fans. I appreciate it. I really do. It's a softball for Gen X, Logician says. Well, if for those of you who did not know, what are you doing? What's it? Come on now. Oh, hold on. There we go. I tell you when you can switch back. For those of you who are not aware, Jenny is a character in a song that may or may not have been released in the 80s, and her number is 867-5309. So if you want to give her a call, you're going to have to guess on the area code because she never had one of those. This was before telephones had area codes because there were only like 15 or 20 of them in existence. And by that I mean phones, not area codes. They didn't exist yet. So, yes, this is when your phone had a really long cord on it, and you had to, try to speak on it as far away from other humans as you possibly could. It was some good stuff. Yes, Tommy Two-Tone. There we go. Thank you so much, Pima Air and Space. I really do appreciate it. Let us go and say hello to the amazing Monica again. All right.
Hey, I'm gonna interrupt for a second here. Fun fact: we still do not use area codes up here in Hershey. If you are calling from a 717 area code and you're calling someone else, you do not need to put the area code in. Now they're running out of 717s.
Yeah, I bet.
I did not know that.
Yeah. Fun fact.
Huh.
Pretty
I'm
cool.
going.
What? See.
For those of you just wondering, that disembodied voice is Tech Examined and or Michael Panetta, depending upon which one. And he helps produce the show. All right, what do we got, babe? Uh-oh.
Whisked away.
We're getting whisked away. You can't ask the questions fast enough, honey. I should have shaved.
Now you've looked worse. Yes.
I have looked worse. She is right. I have looked worse. Pima Air and Space Fan says showers Michael with pennies from heaven. Very nice. Hey, these work as jazz hands too. Yeah, that's weird. Rep the 717. That's right. Tech Examine is repping the 717 in the Hershey area. By Hershey, we mean the actual candy manufacturer, because that's the area that it's in. Monica's talking about that long hair. I don't know. No? No. Yeah. No. They haven't. Thank you so much, Pima Air and Space. I really do appreciate it. Yeah, so this basically doesn't happen because, well, it's a little bit of a salt and pepper thing going on there. So usually I'm pretty good about making sure it's not there, but not today. Not today. Today I drove the BMW a lot today. So, you know what? We all know whose fault it is.
I was gonna say you're gonna have to blame the BMW.
You're gonna blame me again.
It's the reason why I didn't shave.
Who's it gonna be?
Yep. It's his fault.
BMW.
There's a lot of people who have no freaking idea what the BMW joke is. I have another channel, for those of you who are not aware. On this channel, I work on cars, and I bought an old 80s BMW that I've been working on. So if you guys are interested in cars and you would like to get a chance to check that out, the Logician is amazing, and just dropped a link to that in there. Go check it out. Why not subscribe? I don't know what I'm doing, so it's going to get more and more fun as time goes on. Let's get another question, beautiful.
Okay, I have a question. Somebody asked a question. Why don't you set up an automatic script to take these forms to screen? And I'm guessing they might mean questions. so that the questions just automatically pop on the screen.
Right. Well, who asked the question?
Somebody called your mama.
Oh, my mama. Well, that's very nice. We've got 2 super chats coming in now. One of them has a question for you. Says, "How is Monica's day?"
Oh, my day was busy today. End of month is always busy for me in the office, so it was very busy today, but I'm glad to be here with everybody. It's a nice break. It's really nice to come on and just hang out with everyone. We always have such a good time. And we get popcorn. Yay!
We do. And now the feed's crapping out. I don't know why it's not doing what it's supposed to do.
Uh-oh.
Let's see if we can get it to do it again.
What feed? Your feed? My feed?
Well, usually it's supposed to switch over to the other
Sounds like a
thing,
Windows
but it
problem.
didn't. So what I'm gonna do
Get a
is
Mac.
we're gonna get logged in again. Then we're gonna send them again, because it's not fair that Sandy and Pima don't get their just due.
That's right.
There
That's
we
okay.
go. And we're gonna go over here to the activity feed, and we're gonna see if it'll send it again. There we go. There we go. Thank you so much, Sandy. I appreciate it, and thank you so much, Pima. I'm trying to see if there's like it looks like there's an image there, but I can't actually see it, which sucks. Is it a sticker or what is it? Does anybody know? Oh, it's a sticker. Oh, it's the 1-Up sticker. All right, I had to open up my regular chat to see it. Well, thank you. All right, that is really super cool. Chomping hippo sticker. Epic. You guys are the best. Thank you so much. We got to get to some questions, I think. We're going to have an all-out revolt
Yes,
in
I
the
know.
stream.
Yes, we
Let's
are.
go ahead and get to some questions, beautiful.
Are you going to answer that question about the automatic script to take these
Oh,
questions to screen?
I can tell you why. Oh, look at that. It's just switching us for fun now.
Is it going to be another one of those streams?
Oh, we're gonna have too much fun tonight. Because I'm not a programmer, I don't automatically script this stuff, so that's why we don't have the questions automatically scripted to appear on the screen. If, however, you are a programmer and would like to write a script that would automatically place these on the screen and eliminate the beautiful Monica's job, sure, you're welcome to do that.
I can think of other reasons why we don't want to have them popped up on the screen. But hey,
Poor-
if you
poor
want to cut
Monica.
Monica off at the knees, go ahead.
Poor Monica would lose a job then. That would be horrible. I think there might be a couple of people that might be disappointed that she's missing off the stream. I mean, she is the class of the whole thing. Oh my! It just keeps flipping me over here. My stuff keeps flipping me off. Oh, that's Pima Air in Space again, and they said that this one is for Monica. And let's see what is in there now. I must have missed it. Is that's that one? Did it come up again? It might be. I thought I got another one here. Either way. Thank you so much, Pima Air in Space. It's
They
flipping.
donated $3. Or Sandy.
Oh. Or Sandy did? Yeah, I saw that.
Mhm.
All right, let's get another question. Monica for president, Pima says.
I know. I know. Those comments that are in there. The
Yes,
RS
the
reviews.
Empress must be kept in the style she's accustomed to. Oh, they know you so well.
I know.
Oh my goodness. Yes. That's probably why. Let's do another question.
I know. Thanks, guys. I do appreciate the comments, so thank you very much. Okay. The next question comes from Purse Express. He says,
Oh, honey, hold on a second. Mega Squad Trevor was late again.
oh,
Could you believe that?
well, you know what? At least he apologized.
Yes, that's true. We love you, Mega Squad. Just try to be more timely.
He needs
All right,
to
honey.
give you an apple. Like you bring an apple for the teacher. You need an apple.
Oh, this, you know what? People come here just to get harassed.
I don't know.
We
I
try
hope
to
so.
deliver.
I hope so. It's like huddle up, guys. This is going to be a big night for who knows
Yes,
what.
Sandy, I do have some gremlins tonight. You know what the problem is? I went in there and I pressed the button like 7 times when it didn't go, and now it just keeps going. So it'll work itself out eventually, and then we'll be fine. All right, babe, what you got?
All right. Let's get to these questions here. Okay, so Purse Express says, I want to transfer my Windows hard disk to an SSD. Is it wise to make it Windows Lite?
Hold on. It
know
switched
what?
me again.
Getting tired of changing this time on here as I copy these
Oh,
questions into the
goodness.
note form.
Sorry, honey. Go ahead. Oh, Sandy was gonna do it again. She's going to
I'm
start
never
a
gonna find
revolt
these
of
questions in
tipping.
the video now.
I know. Let's just call it a day. Of
Hurry
no
up, spit it out, honey.
Are you ready now? Okay. I want to transfer my Windows hard disk to an SSD. Is it wise to make it Windows Lite? The performance is more than good at the moment, although the PC is from 2012.
Huh. Well, I don't have any experience with Windows Lite, so I can't actually speak to that. We did get a super chat from Sandy. I believe that is what was just flipped over.
Switch it,
So
yeah,
we're
okay.
going to answer this question while we're over there. Sandy says that he is starting a tip revolt revolution, which I like. I like it. I do. So thank you. I don't know anything about Windows Lite. I would just set it up in whatever Windows recommends that you set it up in, because that's what's going to function the fastest, depending upon the operating system that you're using. So if you're using an older machine, that could be FAT32 or it could be NTFS. Keep air in space for Michael for president. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm not sure you want that. That could be, you know, if I was president, we'd actually get free speech for all. And there's a lot of people in this country that don't want that. So please answer the question. What's the question? I'm going to start I don't know what question. Sandy and I started it. It's all me. You guys are crazy. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. So the long and short answer to that one is do what Windows wants to set it up as, and it's probably going to be NTFS, which is pretty compatible with most of the systems that you're going to be using these days. But whatever Windows recommends, because that's going to depend on what operating system you're using as well. All right, babe, go ahead.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Hold on. Oh, you know what?
What?
My Stream Elements is just freaking out. So what I'm going to do is I'm logging out of Stream Elements right now, and we're going to log back in. You know what? This is actually not as bad as the bizarre experience that we had last week with all kinds of audio stuff and everything else. This is different, but it's not as bad as that. All right, go ahead, babe.
You ready for the next question?
Don't be sorry at all, Pima. We love it, man. That's how you guys can get involved. So it's a lot of fun. We absolutely love it. 32-bit Windows old machine will not run OBS 28. That is exactly right, Business Growth Ready. That is exactly right. Perfect streams would be boring. Absolutely, Logician. Let's get another question, beautiful lady.
Okay. Okay, this question is from Matthew Kelly.
Hello,
And he
Matthew.
said, for my first question, my D drive is about getting full to 24 gig free space left due to recording past stream videos, and I have to move 99 videos to a Seagate drive. I haven't created a clip yet in YouTube. I did notice there is a clip button showing in YouTube. Would it be better to use the clip button on YouTube instead of using a video editor for creating clips, and I could delete the past recording videos to save space?
I would say no. The clip thing in YouTube's, it's not gonna It's not going to be great. I can already tell you that you're going to want to kill yourself if you have to use that thing. Because it's... Oh, Sadie made 100 subs. Congratulations. Congratulations. Now, the clip thing is going to take forever to dig through a 3-hour stream or whatever it is. You're going to be miserable figuring it out. If you need... What I do is I have... I only have one within arm's length, which is actually kind of surprising. But I have these all over the place. All over the place. That I just load up my stuff on. So that I don't have to leave it on my computer. So they're pretty cheap. You can get like 4 terabytes for less than $100, and it's kind of what you got to do. But if you wanted to just edit them up, then you could just edit them up and then delete the files, because you always have the original download. That's the beautiful thing. YouTube does save it. YouTube does save it. And Sandy, you should just know, and everyone in the audience should know, 100 subscribers, hardest milestone to get. It truly is very difficult to get 100 subscribers. It just is. Once you get past that 100 subscribers, getting to 1,000 subscribers is relatively difficult. But, you know, once you get to that point, you start to figure it out. Things start rolling. And I think it gets easier after that. But that first 100 subscribers, man, that could take some people years. It's not easy. So, there you go. Got it on your birthday show. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. All right, let's get another question. Hopefully that answered it. 4 terabytes for $100. Gotta wonder how many files you would lose for that quality SSD. I could tell you right now, Logician, this right here, this is like an $80 4 terabyte drive, and I'm not using it to edit on. I'm using it to store files. If I need something off it, I'll take it off of here and put it back on the computer. All I'm using this for is to store files. It hardly ever gets used. I've never actually had one go down or cause a problem yet. so there's that. All right, babe, what you got?
Okay, I have a question from K9 Striker.
Hello, K9 Striker. I hope.
Do you have
I think we asked him if that meant he was punching puppies or something.
Puppies, yeah, that was
I'm
last.
sure he's not. Yeah.
Correct.
He was not.
Do you have any experience using SRT protocol media sources and or Mona server RTMP server? If so, what are the pros and cons of each? Can't wait to hear
Okay.
more about that device review you were talking about on last week's live stream.
Ah, yes. So as far as SRTs, the only thing I know about that is the format that I use to upload my my subtitles in. So I don't know that. So I'm not terribly familiar with what you're talking about. And as far as the device that I was talking about last week, I'm really excited because it is a device that's going to allow folks out there who do church live streams, or they want to do sports live streams. It allows you to take pretty much what I'm doing right here on the road. It's epic. So we're gonna. I started working on the video today. I'm super excited about it. Hopefully within the next 2 weeks it'll be out there. So I'm super pumped. And you know what? I'm gonna take a second here. How many folks are in here? Don't worry, we're gonna get to all of your questions. I promise. But I'm gonna do a video. I know people are gonna be shocked about this because they've been asking about it forever. But you're gonna get a video on Prism Live Studio. I'm gonna release it on Friday. So if you're interested in my take on Prism Live Studio, well, you're gonna want to make sure you check that video out, because I think you're gonna love it. I think you're gonna love it. Let's get another question. All right, babe.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
This question-
We're gonna get whisked away. Pima Air in Space. Tag Michael, you're it. You know what? We're gonna take this to another. We're gonna go.
Yeah. This is what we're doing for people here in space. Yeah, it's just
It's wanting to flip me around.
stop flipping me around. Yeah. I do what I want. That's what my OBS is saying today. It's saying I do what I want. Yeah, I got a couple shaving accidents here. It's gonna be fine though. Oh, thank you, Peanut. Air and space. You rock.
All right, babe, what you got?
All right. I have a question from, it's either S left or sleft. I'm not sure.
Well,
the
hello,
name.
Sleft. We'll go with
I
that.
have been increasing my knowledge of streaming in OBS for about a year now, and I have enough knowledge to help new streamers. Do you think I should charge new streamers for troubleshooting their OBS issues when it does take some real time to solve them?
Oh, I know. It takes a lot of real time to solve them. All right, so here's my philosophy. If that's what you want to be doing, instead of creating content, that's fine. Just keep in mind that for every hour or 2 hours or 3 hours that you spend doing consulting to help other people with their OBS, you could be making a video that could help thousands of people with OBS. So keep that in mind. Secondly, make sure that you are charging a rate that's appropriate for the work that you're doing, and don't undersell yourself. I actually tried to stop doing any consulting. Well, no, I didn't try. I have stopped doing all consulting. And it does not seem that it matters what price I were to put on my consulting. People kept paying me to the point where I just had to stop. And it's because it's not what I want to do. It just isn't what I want to do. A lot of times people are asking you to fix problems that can't be fixed. And they don't want to pay you if you can't fix their problems. So that's why I stopped doing it. Because it's really not very much fun when you spend 3 hours trying to fix somebody's problem that really can't be fixed because they're trying to do something they just shouldn't be trying to do with their equipment. Now, I can do a lot of amazing things and I have a lot of knowledge, but I can't make something do what it's just not capable of doing. And you'd be surprised at how many people will take your 3 hours of time and just not want to pay you because you weren't able to resolve their problem. So, yeah, for me, it's not worth it. If it's what you want to do, go right ahead. Go right ahead. I did tech support for a very, very, very long time. That was my regular job. So I think for me, there's also a little bit of, I just don't want to do that anymore. I would just rather create content that helps lots of people and then maybe do this live stream where I can walk people through different aspects of troubleshooting their live streams and answer questions. But as far as consulting goes and all that stuff, it's just not for me. But it might be for you. And you can certainly make a lot of money doing it. I will tell you that. Just keep in mind to make sure that you charge for your services fairly for you. Even if you have to increase your prices to account for those people who just decide they don't want to pay because you weren't able to resolve their problems. Well, you know what? Charge everyone more to recover from those. So there you go. All right, babe.
Oh, okay. Red Sea Gaming has the next question.
Well, hello, Red Sea Gaming.
When I record in OBS, my recordings are never as clear as the preview. The resolution seems lower even when I'm screen capturing anything. I followed your previous videos and still have issues. Please help.
Repeat the beginning part of this question.
Recording in OBS, recordings are never as clear as the preview. The resolution seems low even when I'm screen capturing.
Okay, so let's go over into our tutorial screen here. So, setting up your recordings is a lot different than setting up your streaming. So let's go into our settings, and I am actually, if you look up here, I am using my recording profile as we speak. So you're going to easily be able to see what I record with. So I record in 1920 by 1080 because I don't have a 4K input into my computer, although I kind of do, and I should probably switch those either way. You can see that 1920 by 1080 I use a constant bit rate and 60,000 kilobits per second, not 6,000, 60,000 kilobits per second. And max quality and high, and I'm still using the NVIC encoder. Now, if you don't have access to the NVIC encoder and you're using like H.264 or something like that, just keep in mind this could be difficult on your computer, but you should still be doing 60,000 kilobits per second. That's 60,000 kilobits per second, not 6,000. If you're if you're recording in 6,000 kilobits per second, that's why it doesn't look great, because that's not enough for a high quality recording. That is more than enough for a pretty decent quality stream. That is not enough for a high quality recording. So the only other thing that I can figure is that it's possible that you are outputting at a scaled output. You're not, maybe you're rescaling it or something like that. So I have all your settings, and I have a 3060 Ti. Huh. Interesting. So, and you have it preset to max quality, and your profile's on high and all that stuff, and you're still getting low quality. Make sure that you don't have your rescale output on. Make sure when you go over here that your base canvas and your output scaled resolution are identical to what you plan to be recording at. And other than that, this is what I use to record all of my videos. So if you still run into problems, if you're using a webcam or something like that, well, it's kind of how you have to record. But if you're using a regular camera like I am, you could just record right on the camera, and that helps too. But obviously if you're recording tutorials or something like that, you want to have higher quality. Make sure also, I use MP4. I find that I feel like it's better, but there are lossless like FLV and stuff like that. This is like a lossless format, and you can go to lossless. That way it should theoretically be identical to what you're seeing on the screen. They're just going to be massive files. So, but you can even choose lossless with MP4 if you wanted to. So try lossless and see if that helps. Yeah, your screen captures are most notably blurry. Yeah, that's bizarre. That's bizarre. Try lossless. No, you are absolutely right, Sean. MP4 is not crash resilient. So if your OBS crashes while you're recording an MP4, you will lose the file. With that being said, I haven't had OBS crash on me in, I don't know, a year, 2 years. So there's that. I don't know if you heard, but I found out a way to outline your camera without the image source. Well, that's cool, Carrie. That is awesome. All right, let's get another question. Hopefully that helps you, Red Sea Gaming. But try lossless. See what that does. All right, babe, what you got?
Okay. This question is actually from Carrie West. And
Awesome.
she says, how do I show a keyboard and mouse on my screen when streaming?
Oh, this is an epic question. I just did a video on this that's being edited as we speak. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to show you. So we're going to go right here, and we're going to go to our, let's see, do I have it loaded in? I do. Whoops, not that one. Not that one. We're going to go to the input overlay, and I am going to select, where did I put it? Did I put it here? I don't know if I did or not. Oh, there it is. There it is. We want to use some WSAD. So we're going to use that. And you can see that doesn't look great. I know. I get it. I get it. We're going to use the minimal version though. Boom. Boom. And there we go. So now you can show what's going on our screen. Now, believe it or not, it's not going to work on this screen. And the reason why it's not going to work is because I'm not even showing you the screen. Alright, let's do this again. I'm going to remove this. Just so you know, I'm going to show you how to do it, but it's not going to actually work because of the way that I have. Yeah, so here we go. Anyway, you click the plus. We're going to go into Input Overlay, which is a plugin that I am doing a video on. It'll show you how to work. You have to go and load up the presets, and then all you have to do, let's go back into properties here, and then we just have to load up this, and there we go. Now the reason why it's not going to work on here is because this requires the WebSocket, and the WebSocket is being used by the actual OBS that's broadcasting right now, and you can't be running two sets of WebSocket. So normally when I click on the Q button or something like that, these would turn yellow to show the audience that I'm actually using it. You can also do the same thing with a mouse. So we can go in here and we'll go mouse, and we'll go with the dot, and we can adjust the sensitivity and all that sort of stuff. I can just tell you this isn't going to obviously show my clicks either, because of course the same problem, WebSocket. But this application is really cool. It'll allow you to show you all your keystrokes and everything else in OBS while you're live streaming. And yeah, I'm gonna have a video out about it in a couple of weeks. But the name of the plugin is called Input Overlay. If you want to seek it out for yourself and check it out. So hopefully that helps. And you know what? Let me add it over here real quick. So now that you see how it's added, I'm going to go back to my main screen so I can show you how it works. And I'm going to add it in. I'm going to add it in here just so you can see, because obviously I do have WebSocket on my main screen. So we'll go into mouse, we'll do the mouse one, and let's try the arrow one. There we go. And so now you can see when I click my mouse button, scroll, all that kind of stuff, you can see how it works. So it's pretty cool stuff. It really is pretty cool. So Input Overlay. Input Overlay is the name of the plugin, and it's that easy to put it on there and use it. And by the way, you could create your own templates if you don't like the shape of their mouse or anything like that. You can change it up. You can change it up. Is your big green screen set up, or is this a real background? Well, Ronan, that is a question I'm going to answer right now. That is a real background. And I'll show you. That is a green screen. Solve that mystery pretty quick and easy. Just so you know also, Ronan, to get the look that you're seeing right here with the camera and everything else, Rohan, sorry, I'm a moron. To get this look, I spent almost 3 weeks tweaking lights, tweaking the camera's aperture and all that stuff. So if you're not getting the look that you want, just take the time to adjust your lights, do the things that you want to do. It takes a long time to learn how to get the look you want. It really does. It's Pima Air and Space. Thank you.
Thank you. Mouse running across Michael's screen. NT Status says looks amazing. Thank you so much. It's worth the effort. It really is. It takes a lot of time and energy to get it. I think we went down and worked on Michael's setup as well. And we probably spent a full day on lighting and the backdrop and everything. And he's still got a little bit of work to do on it. So it is what it is. Take the time to get your stuff right, and you'll love it. Is that an Elgato green screen? I do not believe this is. I don't remember which one it is, but I don't think it's an Elgato. Thank you, Pima Air and Space. You rock.
What was that, Michael?
I said I don't
think-
remember what it was either. I remember you telling me at one point, but I forgot.
It's one of the major brands. I just don't remember which one. All right, babe, what do we got?
All right. We have a question from Dirty Rat.
The question
85.
form is open, Quizzy Master. I'm sorry, honey, I cut you off again.
Again.
I know, I
That's
suck.
okay.
I suck.
Okay. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Are you ready for sure?
I think so.
Okay. There's a question from Dirty Rat 85. In
You
OBS.
dirty rat.
Yeah, there you go.
Jinx! Buy me a Coke.
There you go.
Love it.
I knew that was coming, and I knew I couldn't pull it off. So.
Oh, snort. I'm fine. Goodbye.
All right. In OBS, how to get the best sound and video. When I go live and watch it back, it's a bad resolution, even though it's set to the best HD. The video quality is horrible. How do you fix the situation?
Well, you know, this is one that happens all the time. Generally speaking, if the resolution and stuff that you're getting on the YouTube side is bad, YouTube could be downscaling it. You may not be sending YouTube a signal that it likes. So generally speaking, this is the settings that I stream at right here for 1920 by 1080, 6000 kilobits per second with max quality, and profile is high. Some people may not be able to stream like that because of the fact that their internet connection is not great quality. I used to stream with my cell phone, and I was basically at the will of whatever my cell phone connection happened to be at the location that I was at. So, you know, generally speaking, if your internet connection is questionable or your upload speed is questionable, then you're going to run into problems where it will scale it to 720, it won't do 1080, and it will be of questionable quality. YouTube is compressing the quality, and yeah, usually that will happen if your bitrate is not set high enough. But if you set your bitrate too high and your internet connection can't handle it either, well, that's where you're running into problems. So make sure that you go into your view and stats and take a look at what's going on here. Now let me show you. This is let me show you the one for my actual stream here. View and stats, and here we go. So this is my stats window for the current stream that you guys are watching right now. You can see my CPU usage is about 2.1%. The memory usage, this is the memory that OBS is using. And keep in mind, I have like probably close to 50 different scenes, and it's still pretty low. 30 frames per second, which if you're trying to stream at 60 frames per second and you're not doing video games or something, stop trying to stream at 60 frames per second. There's no reason for it. And then you've got your average render. You can see I've dropped a grand total of 29 frames. So if you're seeing frames missed due to render lag and frames due to encoding lag, it's generally your computer. If you're seeing frames dropped on the network down here, that is generally your connection. If all of this stuff looks good, then it has to be the bit rate at which you're sending your stuff. So try to adjust your bit rate to get it right. And generally speaking, if you're going to stream in high def, 1920 by 1080, you're going to need an internet connection that is about 12 megabits per second up. You want about double what you're pushing. So I'm pushing 6,000. Mine has to be at least 12. Mine is actually right around 15. So I just have enough bandwidth to do the kind of streams that I want to do. But it's not your download speed that matters. It's your upload speed. Just keep that in mind. Go and test that, and then you can push the upper limit of that. Just basically cut that in half, set that as your bit rate, and that's pretty much as good as you're going to be able to do with your connection. Let's get another question. All right, babe.
Okay, West Side Mobile Media has a question. How do I fix the issue of text not showing in the scroll filter option? It disappears when I go to set the scroll settings.
Interesting. Well, let's go over and check it out, see if we can replicate that problem. All right, so let's set up some text here. Let's go. Where is it? I know it's here. There we go. Get some text rolling. I like to do my Aldo the Apache. And okay. And man, we got some big text. All right, so for those of you who are not aware of how you scroll text, all you have to do is bring your text where you want it, and then you go into your text, go to filters, click the plus, and then you're going to select the scroll, and then you're going to scroll. Alright, so what is going to cause this to have problems? The first problem you can see is that it runs the two lines together. So we got to go into our text and put some spaces at the end here. Alright, so there we go. Now we've got some spaces at the end. But the second thing is, if you're having problems where it's not like showing the full text or something like that, when we go into the scroll, you can see you can limit the height, limit the width. If you have either of those checked, you can see how this would be a problem. So you got to adjust the height and the width, or just uncheck these, and then you'll get the full text or the full original size of the box. You could also have it set improperly in here, because you can actually mess up some of these settings as well. There is the same kind of thing. So use custom text extensions right here. If you're doing this, it's going to do the exact same thing. This is giving you a box and then wrapping the text. So as long as you don't have use custom text extents, or you don't have the other one, well, then the other problem could be that your text is just too long to fit in the physical box on the screen, in which case it will scroll through that. But those are the three things that can cause the problems that you're having. Those two settings, and just having way too much text in there. And in that case, you kind of just have to wait for it to scroll, because yeah, that could take some time, but it is what it is. I know a lot of people like to do scrolling text, read it from a file, so they get new members or new Patreons or something like that. Those get added directly into the file, and they scroll them across the screen, which I think is really, really cool. I like that. Yeah, and you got to make sure the loop is on as well. All right, let's get another question. All right, babe, what you got?
Dave J has a question.
Well, hello, Dave.
I'm on a Mac trying to use backgrounds from YouTube video. How do I get it to refresh automatically?
You're on a Mac. What? Repeat that, honey.
Trying to use backgrounds from YouTube video. How do I get it to refresh automatically?
Okay, so this, unless you downloaded the video physically, this is kind of a problem that is relatively normal on a Mac. So let's say you're doing a screen grab of a window capture. And I probably have an existing one in here. I do. But this is, what's this capturing? Let's have it capture. No, not that. No. No. This one. We want to capturing this one. We want to be looking at the beauty. Okay, so the problem with Mac is Mac does not refresh these properly, and that's been a problem on Mac, a long-standing problem with window capture for a long time. So how do you get around that? Well, you use a display capture, and you just add another display to your Mac, or Windows 28 is going to be native Mac, and it's supposed to have resolved a very, very large percentage of those problems while playing YouTube videos from a browser capture for the background. Yeah, you can do that. You could also get strikes for playing it, so just be aware of that. But generally speaking, if you're just doing commentary on it or something like that, as long as you're adding something to the video and you're just not letting somebody else's YouTube videos play, you'd probably be okay. But yeah, doing a screen capture on, or doing a window capture or anything like that on a Mac can cause problems, and it's mostly Mac problems. It's not any problems that generally exist on Windows. And in OBS 28, those are supposed to be pretty much fixed. So we'll see, but that's the rumor. All right, babe, what you got?
Okay. John Grease has a question.
Well, hello, John.
I have a problem with NDTI sources from Skype. Sound runs perfect, though the image seems frozen and partially blurry. What can I do?
Okay, so he's using NDI from Skype.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I taught a lot of back in the day, I used to really advise people that was the way to go to be able to bring in guests and all that sort of stuff. Let me show you how I bring in guests these days, because I just think it's easier and it makes more sense. So we're going to go over to our tutorial screen here, and let's get into OBS, and hopefully this will help you. So we've got this right here, and there would be my guest right there, the beautiful and engaging Monica. What I'm going to do is crop this up. Now, how was Monica added in here? Well, we're going to go, and you can see it's a window capture. So we can go into the properties, and she's just connecting using Melon, and then I'm just capturing the screen. You can see the whole screen right here, and then I just crop out that screen, and we're capturing her audio. In order to do that, you can either do a desktop audio capture, which will capture her audio, or you could do an application audio output capture if you have that put into your machine, and then you could just add the executable for the window, or it's right down here from current sessions. So I can add the one from Chrome. It will add her audio in there as well. So there are, but that's how I do it. I just feel like it's easier. It's not going to flip around the screens. I can place it where I want it. And by the way, I don't just have Monica in there. Let's go ahead and reset the transform. So I don't just have Monica in there. I use this to connect my remote producer as well. If I go up here, you can see that I'm in there, obviously, so she can hear me. And then Michael is also in there, my remote producer. So I just have Monica maximized. So that's how I add guests. But if we were to go and have us all in here, well, I can easily organize the screen however I want it. I could set it up so it's like this or like this or like this. So it's really easy to move people around, organize them in any way that you want, and so it just makes sense. I can change it around, mess around with it, easily add guests. And Skype, well, I don't have to deal with the difficulties that come with trying to bring in guests on Skype. So I think this is an easier way to do it. I kind of recommend it. Is Melon free software? Azalea or Alair, there's a link down below. You can use Melon for free, especially for what I'm doing with Melon. You can definitely use it for free. Just keep in mind that there is a watermark that will show up on it when you use it without a paid version. But so what? Just crop the watermark out. You know, it's not that big a deal. Or don't crop the watermark out. It's really cheap software, so you can always just pay for it as well. But if you needed to, you can crop the watermark out. I've seen it done. Oh man! All right, babe. Hold on. I got a little bit of screen remnant there. All right. I know, Chance. I know. Hey, everybody wants it free. We got people asking about how to get free Riverside and free this and free that. And it's like, you know, if you want to use tools that are the best tools available, they just don't come free. They just don't. I mean, I went with mostly free stuff for a very long time just because I simply couldn't afford it. And I definitely like to try to bring that stuff to you guys because I know it really helped me. But your time also has value. Always keep that in mind. Your time still has value. And if you're spending an extra 3 hours doing something that you wouldn't have to do just because you're trying to get something for free, well, those are 3 hours you can never get back. So always keep that in mind as well. All right, babe. Let's get another question.
Okay. Okay, Miller Time Gaming has a question.
Hello, Miller Time Gaming.
Says, first of all, thank you for your amazing content. It truly helps me out a ton, and I continue to come back for more tips.
Awesome. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it.
Question is, was having tons of issues since the new update. I cannot get the replay buffer set up with recording single sources. Could you please maybe do a run back or help with the new settings?
Well, I guess the first question is with the new version. I'm hoping that he's not referring to OBS 28 because OBS 28 is still in release candidate or beta, and a lot of the plugins haven't been updated to work properly with Windows 28. So if you installed Windows 28, the best way to get your stuff to work again is to roll it back to 27.2. 27.24, I believe, is the current one. Oh, it's not. It's not OBS 28. Okay. So read the question in my ear again, honey. Okay. So the replay buffer is something that you set up right here. So you have to enable the replay buffer, and then you put your replay at whatever you would like it to be. I don't actually have instant replay set up on here, but I know a lot of people were having problems with the instant replay recall. And the first thing you have to do is actually physically create the file before you kick off the instant replay recall. So just be aware of that. Also, in my experience, messing with the instant replay settings, and I don't know if I actually physically have it in here at the moment. I don't think I actually physically have it on this machine because it's not something I use on my live streams very often. But if you, I would recommend that you go back and default out all the settings so that they're original, and then test it to see if it works before you start tweaking it again. Because I had that happen even when I was creating the video showing people how to do the instant replay. What would happen is if you went in and you messed around at all with the file name, it wouldn't actually record properly and give you the proper instant replay. So that was kind of annoying. So I know you're supposed to be able to change the name of the file so you can keep them and stuff, but in reality, if you were going to use the instant replay as an instant replay, you kind of have to leave the setup the way it's set up. Otherwise, it doesn't actually play the instant replay. Uh-oh. Monica's got the green screen falling on her. Let's go watch this.
No, let's not. It's gonna be fine. It's great.
Oh, it's fine. That looks good.
Yeah.
All right. Hopefully that answers your question. The instant replay is kind of one of those ones that's really touchy. So, and I'm not sure if you're. It was definitely an instant replay question, right, hon? It wasn't about
It
source
was.
record.
No, it was a replay. Is it a replay? Wait, that's not it either. Replay buffer.
Yep. Okay,
So
yeah. So Miller Time Gaming, try to go and reset everything back to the initial settings and give it a shot right from there and then start playing around with it. Cuz that's what happened to me too, and I had to kind of go back from the beginning and then test everything and go back and forth. Is that domestic violence? It could be. It could be domestic
be.
violence for the green screen.
Yeah,
It
'cause
assaults
it's-
her every time the fan's on.
It does.
All
I
right,
might
babe.
just have to leave it like that. I don't know.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
We can see you. What's the next question, beautiful?
Okay. The next question is from Lil Haas. It says,
Hello, little Haas.
What's the best way to record from an iPhone using a Memoji? Mirroring seems too clunky. I want to hardwire the iPhone into the PC. I've tried several mirroring options. Using the iPhone as just a webcam, you lose the emoji. Can you help?
Yeah. And by the way, Miller Time, you're welcome, my friend. It doesn't sound like you're too far from us, which is very cool. Okay, so what I would do, if you want the very best recording that you can possibly get from your iPhone, you go in here and you pull down like that. Nope, not like that. Nope. Right here. Okay, and there's this little button right here. Right? And you click that button right there. And I missed it. But you have to click that button right there and it records everything on the screen. Then you do what you want to do, right? And then when you're done, you stop the recording and you send it over to your computer via file format transfer, or you could do a drop, whatever they call that. You could do an AirDrop if you're using a Mac, or whatever you want to do. You can physically record everything you want right here on the iPhone. You send it over to your computer, you put it in your editor, and there you go. Then you can edit it up. It will be in absolutely perfect, impeccable, 100% original quality. And that's the best way to do it. That's the best way to do it. Now I realize that's not going to work on a live stream. That only works for edited content. But if you don't want to deal with all the latency and everything else that you get with a live recording, and you just want the highest quality, that's going to give you the highest quality. So hopefully that helps you out. All right, babe, what you got?
Okay, next question is from Matthew Kelly.
Well, hello, Matthew.
And he said he was working at the DigiPen Institute of Technology during his college this past couple semesters. And he said, I was thinking of doing a stream of playing any DigiPen games. Would it be possible to ask one of the team members permissions to stream them on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook?
Huh, interesting. Well, in order to stream a game that you can buy, I don't think you need to ask permission. Now, if you're going to try to get some of the devs or something like that involved, I think that'd be pretty cool, and people might actually like that. But as far as streaming a game or an application or something that you can physically buy, well, you can stream it. You own it. I know that line is blurry now with the way that everyone's buying stuff through Steam and everything else. But the truth is, if you paid for it, you own it. You can stream it. And anything that you do on that stream is your own original content, just as long as you're not kind of just playing it through for the story, which I don't know that DigiPen, I don't have a lot of experience with it. So maybe it's a type of software and application that I've never seen before that I don't understand. But as far as I know, if you own it, if you paid for it, you could stream it. So you don't have to worry about getting anyone's permission. If you're going to physically put like some of the devs or some other personalities on there, first of all, I'd be really careful because you don't know what people are going to interact like on your stream, and you certainly don't want to get strikes for it or anything like that, I'd definitely be bringing people on my stream that I trust and that I know, but definitely get their permission if there's other people on there for sure. For sure. And try not to stream with people that you don't know, because that can always go wrong. All right, babe.
Okay. Next question is from Malign Madness.
Hello, Malign Madness.
How can I game in full screen on my main monitor and have my stream up on my second monitor? I've tried everything.
So you want to game in full screen on one monitor and have OBS in full screen on the second one.
And
That's
he
the
wants to
question?
stream on the second. Yeah, stream on the second,
Yeah.
which I guess is OBS. Yep.
Okay. All right. Well, the first thing you want to do, obviously this is full screen on this screen. But if we moved it off, most games will have, most games will have a windowed version and a full screen version, right? But most games these days will also have a faux windowed version, which is full screen but allows you to click on the other screen without affecting the game. So check in your settings for those types of settings to see if you can find the setting that will allow it to work in faux windowed. Otherwise, you really will need something like a Stream Deck or something like that to physically control the stream while you're playing the game. Because of course it doesn't let you click in OBS because your whole thing is being used by the game. So it does make it difficult, but look, because most games have a setting that allow you to use a faux full screen mode that's actually windowed, which will allow you to click across two different screens. So check that out and see if that will be something that you can find. Hopefully it is. All right. What you got, babe?
Okay. Just as a time check, it's almost 25 after and we have 17 questions.
All right. Well, I guess that means we're going to have to shut the form down.
I got it.
I know. It's kind of disappointing. But we've got 17 questions we got to whip through.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
let's do this. Today, honey.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. I'm sorry. Okay. Sean Zander is next up for questions. Is there a way to customize transitions-based source/destination scenes? For example, 1 to 2 would be a different transition than 3 to 2.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So we're going to go over here into our tutorial. Okay. So Windows actually, or OBS actually has this built right in. If I go down here and select any scene, you can see right now they are using the move transition. But what I can do is I can right click on any one of these and I can go to transition override and I can say when I cut to this scene I want to have I want to do the fade. Okay. So now when I go to 4 it'll do the move transition. When I go back to scene 2 it'll fade. Okay? And I can set each one of these to have a different transition. So maybe scene 2 I want to do the cut. So it'll fade to scene 1, it'll cut to scene 2, and then scene 3 it's going to do the move transition. So all you have to do is right click on these, go to transition override, and you can set up whatever transition you want. Now if you want to set up a transition so it goes from, let's say you want a specific transition from scene 6 to scene 2. Well, there is a tool. It is called the transition matrix, which allows you to set up which transition you want from each scene to each other scene. You can go and man, it's probably been 2-3 years since I did a video on the transition matrix. So unfortunately the logician is probably not going to find that one. But there is a plugin called the transition matrix, which literally allows you to set specific transitions to go from each and every scene to each and every other scene. So if you want a different transition to go from different scenes, you can easily set that up. So yeah, hopefully that answers your question. Let me see, did I remove these all? Yeah, I think I did. So transition matrix is what you're looking for if you want it to be any more complicated than what I just showed you. All right, babe, what you got?
Dave's Dimension is next.
Hello, Dave.
Question as to how can you invite live guests to a stream in OBS? For multiple guests, similar to StreamYard. Any thoughts? I hate having to plan and use StreamYard separately for a discussion stream. I'd prefer to use only OBS if possible.
Right. Well, unfortunately, there is no way to add guests to your stream directly in OBS just yet, which is why when I add guests to my live streams, I use Melon, which is the same as StreamYard, which is the same as Restream, and then I just capture the screen. So right now, as it stands, I think that is one of the better alternatives. The other alternative is Video Ninja, VDO Ninja, which allows you to basically add people in the same way that Melon and those do, but you can bring them in directly into OBS and kind of place them. And so basically each individual person is more like a source. Instead of just having one source like Melon, you know, each individual person would be more like one source. So in my case, I have two people in my Melon. Monica would be one source and Michael would be another source, and I can add them and move them around to whatever scenes I wanted freely. So VDO Ninja is Logician just dropped a link in there. That's one of the other things that you can try if you don't want to use Melon or StreamYard or Restream the way that you've seen me use it, because that's kind of how it sounds like you're using it. And just in case you guys aren't aware, Melon and Restream and StreamYard, I have links to all those down below if you want to check them out and see how they work for you. They're all pretty much the same. It's just a matter of personal preference as to which one you like best. And they all have free programs and things like that. And basically for what I use those programs for, well, all that's going to be totally free. So there you go. Let's get another question.
Okay, Whiskey Barrel Gaming has a question.
Oh, by
Is
the
there-
way, Dave, just in case you didn't see, about 10 or 15 minutes ago, I kind of did a little bit of a demo on Melon, how to organize guests and that sort of stuff. So maybe rewind a little bit and see if you can find that, because Monica and Michael are both in my Melon, and that's how I bring them in there. So anyway, go ahead. Sorry, honey.
That's fine. That's fine. Okay, Whiskey Barrel Gaming has a question.
Hello.
Is there a
Whiskey
way to
Barrel
set
Gaming.
up? Is there a way to set up a loyalty point system using OBS Studio and not Streamlabs OBS? I'm trying to set up a point redemption system which triggers memes.
Right. As far as I'm aware, the only way to do this is to use one of the chat bots. There are ones that are not Streamlabs. You can use, I guess the one that I use for all my alerts and everything else, which would be Stream Elements, has their own chat bot. There is also Nightbot, which you can set up reward systems and that sort of stuff in there. So there are a couple of different applications out there that aren't Streamlabs that allow you to do it. But as of right now, there is nothing built into OBS that will allow you to set up any kind of redemptions or things like that. Those are all third-party applications, unfortunately. All right. What you got, babe?
Okay, question from Nomaden Project.
Oh, Whiskey Barrel says he wanted to use Elements, but he's on Mac. Well, that's all right. That shouldn't matter. Stream Elements works basically the same way as Streamlabs does, so you can use it on a Mac or on whatever you want. So, yeah, it's not specific. I'm not talking about the Stream Elements browser either. Oh no! Sandy's revolting. I'm sure you look just fine, Sandy. don't be so hard. Don't be so hard on yourself, okay? Really, I'm sure you look just fine. Yeah, I'm not talking about the Stream Elements browser either. I'm talking about using the Stream Elements chatbot, and anybody can use that. It doesn't matter whether it's on Windows or Mac. Man, I'm getting mighty thirsty. Can I add that effect on my Streamlabs? Sure. Yeah, this effect right here. Yeah, anybody can add this effect. Well, thank you, Steve. I drew this myself. I did not. But if you're interested and you want to see a video on how we do this, the Logician will drop a link down below in the description. Aussie Wheels is in the house! What's up, Aussie Wheels? It has been a minute, my friend. It is good to see you.
Just got out of bed.
He just got out of bed?
Just got out of bed, that's what he said.
All right. Well, it's good to see you, my friend. Don't be late next time. Oh, yes. I'm just kidding, by the way. Be as late as you want. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Just Not Good has just joined the Revolt. So I guess they're using Revolt in a different way that I interpret it with Sandy. I apologize, Sandy. I thought, yeah, I kind of went awry on that. Well, thank you so much, Just Not Good. It's obvious there's some kind of conspiracy to make sure that we are live streaming for more time than we've planned. But we'll see. We're gonna get through this. I know we can do it. We're gonna do it together. You and me and you. I don't know. I can't rhyme anymore to that. It's a revolution. Yes, revolution calling. Please tell me that somebody in this stream knows who that is, because it would be just wrong if they didn't. Thank you so much. Just Not Good. I appreciate it. All right, babe, what you got?
Okay.
Gotta
This
get
one's
it in
from,
before the revolt.
it's Nomadin Project? Nomadin
Hello,
Project?
Nomadin Project.
What's the best video quality webcam of these two? Canon EOS using HDMI out, or Sony A6XX series using USB?
I apologize, honey. I was not listening because the Logician is running into power problems. But go ahead. I know you can make it, Logician. Just hook it up to your bike and pedal a little bit. There we go. Tech Examine got the reference.
Okay.
Go ahead,
What's
babe.
the-
Sorry.
What's the best video quality webcam of these two? Canon EOS using HDMI out, or Sony A6XX series using USB?
Well, definitely the HDMI out is going to give you better quality. I can promise you that. So definitely, if you can get something that has an HDMI out, you're going to get the best quality from that. All right, babe. Let's do it.
Okay. Chance has a question here. It says, you may have heard about it, but if not, I saw a video on an OBS script called Zoom and Follow. It requires a Python install, but once it's up and working, you can hyper zoom way into a portion of your screen with a hotkey, and it will follow your mouse as you move it natively in OBS. I thought it might be a cool future video for you, as I think you could explain it better than the video I saw.
Oh, that's really awesome. If you go to my About page, maybe send me the link to the video to my email. That would be awesome. But otherwise, I think I know what you mean. So basically, if I had my mouse running across this area, it would actually kind of zoom in on a little circle around the mouse to let you know. Chance, that sounds really cool. I would love to check that out. All right, babe, let's roll on another one.
Hold on. Creative Cracklers is up next.
Well, hello, Creative Cracklers.
I have two questions. Should I get a GoPro? I want a waterproof and action camera. And what camera should I get?
I have two of these. just so you know. I use these to film my car channel stuff because they're durable. They'll take a pretty good beating. If you take a look at this one, it's filthy. It's absolutely filthy.
You have how many?
Because I'm working on. I have one of these actually. The other one is my producer Michael's. So
I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it in a year.
He hasn't. He has not seen it in a while. But I used 2 of these to film. One of them does happen to be Michael's. I love it. You know, there's actually a video that I did on how you can use this as a webcam as well. So if you're looking for a reason to buy one of these, like you want something durable that has amazing shock proof, and you know it does things that you could only otherwise do with a gimbal or something like that, you're never getting it back, Logician says. We'll see. We'll see. I'm sure he'll get it back if he wants it. I see him often enough. But definitely recommend the GoPro. In fact, if you want to check it out, use one of my Amazon links down below and then search for it. But just kidding. I love my GoPros. They are awesome. So highly recommended. And the best part is you can set up your GoPro for 4K, for 1080, whatever frame rate you want. You can adjust the color. It's really, really cool. The only complaint I truly have about my GoPro is this is a touch screen back here. It's the only way to change settings, and it's literally stupid. I mean, it's stupid. So I use this as a set it and forget it. I spent like the hour and a half it took me to actually get the settings that I wanted, and I never changed them because it's really, really stupid how unbelievably unresponsive this touch panel is. But other than that, once you get it set up the way you want it, I love it. I love it. And you can use this as a webcam. So, and if you look, it obviously has an aperture. It's a heck of a lot bigger than any other webcam you're going to find. You know, so there's that. The downside is they're not cheap. They are definitely not cheap. But let's get another question, beautiful.
Okay. Richie B has a question.
Hello, Richie B.
What's the best way to have a caller, voice only, or caller with video on OBS YouTube live stream? What plugin, etc., is needed?
Okay. So to do something like this, to do like a live caller, if you're just going to take live calls from your audience, you need to set up a procedure and you need to test it. It's probably going to take a little bit of work. The application that I've seen people use for live callers is Discord. So you're going to set up different rooms in your Discord. One room is going to be a person who is basically your live call producer. And what they're going to do is have the people in one room just waiting. And then your live producer is going to take each person in another room. I would use Discord personally, just not good. I would, you take each person into another room to vet that individual to make sure that they're not going to say or do inappropriate things, at least as best as you can. And then when each person is called on by the actual person who's doing the live streaming, he puts those individuals in another room that is specifically set up for the audio to go to your live stream. So in other words, you're going to be pulling your audio from that particular room in Discord, and that is how you add somebody individually. Then your remote producer, if something happens to start going wrong or whatever, can pull that person out of the room. You don't have to worry about it. So for just live call-ins, not live video or anything like that, that's how I would set it up. For live video, that gets a little more challenging. What I probably would do in that case is still the Discord vetting, and then maybe provide them with a link that can allow them into Melon or whatever application you would be using to add them as a live video guest, Melon or StreamYard or Restream or whatever. And then your producer would obviously have to have the ability to boot them or something if something went horribly wrong. But I would use Discord and a remote producer to vet every single person before you put them live on your live stream. It is your channel and you are responsible for the content on there, so you don't want the wrong guy or wrong gal showing up in your stream, getting you strikes or whatever. So make sure that if you do it, that you're careful and you have somebody that you trust vetting the people that are going to be on there. Let's get another question.
It says, how would you set up the Discord caller? Is there a setup video?
There is not a setup video, actually. But it is something that I could do. I know a couple of people who use a system that is really, really similar. So I will I'll maybe take a look at it and see if I can do it. I believe we're going to get whisked away right now. Aussie Wheel says, I am joining the revolt, and did you see the comment that I left you last week as you had problems last week? You know what? I totally don't think I did, but maybe Michael can go and look at last week's live stream, because I know I had said that if people wanted to put some comments in the comment section there, I would try to get to those this week as well. So hopefully Michael can go and grab any comments that were left there so we can get to those at the end of this stream. And thank you very much, Aussie Wheels, for reminding me, because I totally would have forgot about that. See, it's what happens when things go wrong. But I wouldn't have it any other way. If nothing ever goes wrong on your live stream, you're not pushing the envelope. All right, babe, what you got?
Okay, NT Status wants to know what your recording settings are.
All right, well, I kind of went through those before, but we'll pop over here and I will show you what my recording settings are. Oh man, that's a shot. See, this is what bad webcam looks like right there, just in case you guys were wondering. That's what bad webcam looks like. My recording settings, this is actually my recording profile. So basically, if we go to my output and recording, this is exactly what my recording settings are. So I've got MP4, and I use H.264, and I record at a bit rate of 60,000 kilobits per second using a constant bit rate control, max quality, high, look ahead, and psychovisual tuning. I do, however, record at 30 frames per second, or if I'm not mistaken, on this one I am recording in 24 frames per second. Because all my videos are released on YouTube at 24 frames per second, it doesn't make any sense for me to record at a higher rate. But you guys can record however you want. I probably ought to actually bump that up to 30 frames per second, because if there's ever an issue, at least there's those extra frames. But there you go. That's how I do it. 60,000 kilobits per second is probably the main setting that you need to know. For 1920 by 1080, by the way. If you're going 4K, it's going to have to be a lot higher than that. Let's get another question.
Okay. Michael actually found Aussie Wheels' question, so I'm going to read you that one.
All right.
Since Snapcam updated their software, I can't have a virtual green screen. Now all I get is a pop-up window with an error message on it.
Oh, that sucks. That's not really a question, though. You know, the biggest problem is, and this is definitely something that I would say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. When every time Snapcam says, hey, we got a new version, you want to update? You know what I say? No. Because my Snap camera freaking works. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But just in case, let's do a green screen search. Oh, by the way, so you guys can see what version of it I'm using, I'm on version 1.18.0. And it obviously works. Let's do a search for green screen and see if there's any lenses found. If I'm not mistaken, I think this one. Yeah, then select an image. Do I actually have any green screen images? I don't know. I probably do. Green screen. Boom. There we go. It looks pretty horrible, but essentially, you get the idea. Most of them will ask for a green screen or something like that. Boy, it still looks pretty bad, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Where is my... There we go. So, yep. But, yeah, chances are you're going to have to go back to another version in order to get it to work, or wait until they update so it fixes it, unfortunately. I can't help you with that one, my brother. I apologize, Aussie Wheels. Don't update unless there's something that isn't working, or there's a feature on the new one that you really want. It's a good rule of thumb. All right, babe, what you got?
Another question from Creative Cracklers. He's the one who asked about the GoPro. His other question is, what's a good mic to get?
Okay, so this is extremely dependent upon what type of filming you're going to be doing. So, and what kind of look you want to have on your stream. In other words, if you're one of those folks that's fine with having a microphone in the shot, then there are some great alternatives like the AT2020, or there's even less expensive ones like this right here, this Mayano, which is actually a pretty decent microphone. It is that plug. It's not USB, but the AT2020 is probably the cream of the crop of microphones like this, like a condenser microphone that you would have right in front of you, like this, but it's going to be in the shot. I use a shotgun microphone. It happens to be a Sennheiser MKE 600, I believe. It's either a 600 or a 500. I absolutely love it. It is a fantastic microphone. It allows me to not have to use phantom power because it does have a battery in it, but I can have crystal clear audio without the microphone being in the shot, which I really do like. So it's really a matter of what you want as compared to what you don't. Now, there are other less expensive shotgun microphones out there if you're looking for one that's outside the shot as well. So there you go. You can also do lapel microphones. I have this one here that I use to shoot. I use this right here. It is a Zoom recorder. I use this to shoot stuff in the garage or on windy days. I can just, this is actually a Sennheiser lapel mic as well. I can just stick this on my lapel. You don't really notice it in the video, but then I can record on windy days without having to get the wind off my GoPro or something like that. So this is a pretty good solution as well. I think this was like $180, and this microphone I think was around $100. I'm not sure, but you can certainly get a lot cheaper lapel mics as well. Like something like this, I think this was like $25 or $30 for a lapel microphone. So there are lots of different ways you can do your microphoning and all that stuff, but it really kind of depends on what your setup is, whether you're going to be doing it for live streaming, or whether you're going to be filming pre-recorded content, whether you want the microphone in your shot, or whether you're okay with it out of there. You've got all kinds of different options for that. So there you go. There you go. Those are some of the things to think about. I did do a microphone showdown where I talk about the different types of mics that I've used in the past and that sort of stuff. I am sure that Tech Examined or the Logician, if his machine still has juice, can post the link for us. It did not. It died. Oh, man. We miss you, brother. All right, babe. What you got?
All right. I have a question from Quizzy Master.
Well, hello, Quizzy Master.
He says, thank you for your videos and keep up the great work. His question, in your Riverside video, it seemed easy for someone to join with a camera. What happens if you have an idiot using Streamlabs, not me, and their camera is already in use with their Streamlabs? Will it still work, or would they need to use a workaround, like using OBS and their virtual camera plug-in to feed Riverside and their Streamlabs, the camera source, or is there something easier that they could use instead?
If they're in a situation where they're going to end up using their camera for more than one thing, the easiest workaround out there is Snap Camera. Basically, you can see I'm using Snap Camera right here, and you know, so it's taking in my cam link, it's sending out my camera, and I can use it over and over again in as many applications as I want. So you can see that I'm using it in this application right here. You can also see that I'm using it in, let's see, do I have it up anywhere? If I do a window capture, and we'll capture this window here, you can see that I'm also using it right here. So that's being used by Melon, and it's also being used by OBS. In fact, it's being used by 2 different instances of OBS. So the easiest way around morons who can't seem to figure out that you can only use the camera once is definitely using Snap Camera. Because once they load that one instance into Snap Camera, they can use that Snap Camera video in any other application that they want. And it just makes life easy. So, there you go. Hopefully that helps you. All right, babe, what you got?
Okay, another question from Red Sea Gaming. He says, my monitor is 1440p. Do you think that's why looking at 1080p content looks blurry? I'm starting to think that may be the reason 1080p recordings look blurry.
Ah, okay. So yeah, if you're zooming 1080p content to 1440, yes, I think that's absolutely could cause it to look blurry. So you want to make sure that whatever screen it is that you're looking at is going to be in its native resolution. So in other words, when you open it, it should open up to its native resolution. And then you're clicking the expand, and it's expanding to the whole window, and then, well, yeah, it's going to basically try to encode that to make it look good for you. But yeah, that doesn't always work. That is one thing that I don't have a lot of experience with, because both of the monitors that I'm using here are 1080, and then the monitor up there is 720. So I can definitely tell you that if I put something that was recorded or done on the 720 monitor down here, it will look blurry. In fact, I can give you a, well, you see it occasionally with Monica's screen. Occasionally Monica's screen gets blurry, and that's why we keep her image small. So the more that I take her image and blow it up, the more you will see that I'm capturing her stuff on a 720 monitor. So there you go. I think we might have solved the mystery. That's probably what it is. Because look at how that just kind of blows everything out. It just doesn't look as good. Well, that's because I'm capturing Monica on a 720 monitor. So the smaller that I make her, the better image quality it looks like it is. So there you go.
Yeah, smaller.
Yeah. It's just hard to make you small, honey. You're just so hot. All right, let's do another.
Okay. Question from Mega Squad Trevor.
Oh, Mega Squad Trevor!
He says, hey Michael, do you have a video on how to get your OBS WebSocket to work?
I have done videos where I talked about the OBS WebSocket, but nothing ever really about the nature of getting it to function. Generally speaking, you just kind of install it and it works. So if you're having difficulty or issues with it working and it is physically installed, I would say maybe, well, let's go over here to the tutorial so I can just show you at least what the settings are. If you go into Tools and you go to WebSocket Server Settings, and you just, generally speaking, you just enable the WebSocket server. This server port is basically the same on every one, and you can have a password and you can enable it in the system tray, but generally speaking, I don't. You're just introducing more ways that it can go wrong, especially since I use my WebSocket or Streamlabs or Stream Elements uses my WebSocket and stuff like that. So basically, you just install it and then enable WebSocket server, and then it works. You don't have to worry about any of this other stuff really, unless you're trying to do something crazy with it. Can you physically install? What's that? Oh, so he's trying to use like the phone controller thingy to it or whatever. As long as you're on the same network and you don't have any passwords set up, it should work. It should see it and function. So if it's not, try rebooting OBS and all that stuff. But yeah, once you get in here and you have your WebSocket enabled right here, don't even worry about any of these settings. The server port your phone is going to need, but once it has that, if you don't have any authentication or anything enabled, it should connect right up to it. If not, try restarting the two different apps and all that stuff until it does connect. I've seen some of them like Touch Portal and stuff be a little bit wonky. If you keep messing with it, you'll eventually get it. All right, babe.
Okay. Carrie West has a question. I installed the input overlay plugin before and I don't see it when I click the plus in the sources. Am I doing something wrong?
Well, it's funny. I had input overlay installed on my machine a very long time ago as well. And it might have been that OBS updated to the point where the version that you're using is outdated. So you might just have to reinstall it. It's a really simple install, so you just go out there to the input overlay install page, grab the install and just install it, and it should show up. Just make sure that you close OBS and reopen it before you try to use it. But yeah, you saw how I used it. It just shows up in your sources. So if it's not showing up in there, I would definitely just try reinstall it, see what happens. All right, babe.
Okay, Red Sea Gaming has another question. Wanting to know, can I use a Chromebook as a second screen for my PC?
Well, there might be software out there that will allow you to use a Chromebook as a second screen for your PC. I have done a video personally on how to use things like this, old iPads and old Chrome tablets like this one. I've done videos on how to use things like that as a second monitor, so I couldn't say for sure that there's not a way to do it with the Chromebook, but I've never done it. Oh, Aussie Wheels! Aussie Wheels says, I have to head out. Almost forgot about an appointment I have to go to. See you next week. I'll DM you on Discord later. Well, thank you, Aussie Wheels. I appreciate it. You guys, I have the best audience in the world. I just want to let you know. Thank you, Aussie Wheels. And it was really good to see you. It's been a while, and we miss you, my friend. So hopefully we see you around a bit more. Hopefully your schedule is all opened up again. You're the best, my friend. Thank you. All right. What do we got, babe?
Are you ready for the next question?
Yes.
Okay. All right. This one is from Waggly Beef.
Hello,
Now-
Waggly Beef.
This is a longer question, so I will read the whole thing and then you can answer.
All right.
Just like that. Okay, he says streaming certain games from Xbox. The game chat is not allowed to be streamed. Mostly cross-play games, party chat can be. I have an Xbox headset that is Bluetooth. It connects both to the Xbox and to a PC. I can hear both simultaneously. Is there a way to have OBS capture the sound that is coming out of my headset from the Xbox? Also, is this something you could deep dive into at a later point? There are tons of forum posts on the internet asking for help with trying to get game chat to stream, not the party chat, and very little in the way of answers.
And the reason why there's no real answer to it is because that stuff streams like directly to the headset that's specific to the console, or it streams to the handset that's directly to the console and then plugs in with like a microphone or something like that. There's no way for OBS to capture that audio because it never goes physically into the PC. You know, so the only way that you could probably do it is by putting you know, jacking into your whatever's receiving it and running that hard line from there into the input, audio input on your PC, and then using, you know, with a cord like this, and then taking that input and adding it into OBS, and that would work. But other than doing something like that, there's no other way to get it in there. And the reason why you may or may not want it in there is because you can't control who comes in and out of those games or streams or whatever. So next thing you know, if you get if you get a strike because some jackbag showed up in the game, well, there's nothing you can do about that. You can't control that, and you also don't have the ability to ask every person who might appear or disappear from those games whether you have their permission to broadcast them in the first place, which is why they don't do it. But I'm sure there are ways out there to do it, but honestly, I haven't found a lot of solutions either. So that would be my solution. I would take the audio directly out of whatever it's being sent to, using a hard cable, and put it directly into the PC and then grab that. So there you go.
Okay, K9 Striker has a question.
Hello,
How do you-
K9 Striker.
How do you back up your OBS settings? Is it possible to back up all OBS settings, including all scenes, sources, source settings, filters, and filter settings, without taking a complete backup of my whole computer?
Absolutely. In fact, I've done videos on this, although I don't remember, and I think the logician is gone, so he may not be able to post it, but I will show you how to do it. So up here, you've got your docs, your profiles, scene collection. So your profile is all of the settings that are in here for each of your profiles. So you can, you see I have a lot of different ones. I'm using my record profile, which has all my record settings. My live stream profile has all my live stream settings. So you could basically select the one that you want and export it. It will export it to a file, so you just save that file somewhere that's safe. And then if you wanted to bring your settings back in for that particular profile, you just import them, select that file, it will load those settings back into any PC. You can do the same thing with scene collections. You can see I have the scene collections here for all kinds of different live streams. My regular live stream is this one here, live stream testing. My record right here, and then the scenes that I use for my live stream right here. I can take any one of these. So this scene live is going to have all of these scenes right over here. Excuse me. And I can export that. It will save as one file that I can easily grab and load in by importing it later on. It will load up all those scenes. The only thing you just have to keep in mind is that any assets that you use. Like in this case, in this scene, I have this asset right here. Any asset like that will have to be in the same location when you load up the profile, or it's going to ask you, hey, where is this asset? And you just have to point it to it. But there you go. There you go. So hopefully that helps you out. Let's get another question.
Okay. Okay. Richie. This one's from Richie. How to
Hello,
connect
Richie.
how to connect an iPhone on a Windows PC to actively display the screen share during an OBS live stream.
iPhone to PC to share the screen, right?
Yep.
Okay. I've done 2 different videos on this. I know the logician is gone, so I'm going to have to see if I can find...
I got you.
Yep, so Tech Examine is going to drop links in there to the 2 different applications that we have that will allow you to do that. I'm also going to be doing a video on another application that that actually live streams and will allow you to do that. I'm really excited about it. That's probably a video that's going to be released on Friday, and I'm not going to talk about that specific feature in that video, but if you want to know what it is, people have been begging me to do videos about it for almost 6 months. They talked me into it, so you guys are going to like that one. It's really good. All right, babe. So what do you got next?
Okay. Unfortunately, that was the last question.
That was the last question.
That was the
How could
last.
that have been the last question?
What do you mean that was the last question?
That was the last question. We had so many questions in queue, and then we asked them one by one, and then we got through the questions, and now there's no more questions.
Well, who turned off the questions?
The questions. Oh, that question. Well, I don't know. I'm not
You
sure.
don't know.
I don't know.
You don't know.
No, I don't
If
know.
you don't know, you better ask somebody.
Maybe I should.
Well, let's find out.
We should
We gotta find out who shut the form down. Maybe not. Maybe we're never gonna know. Hold on. We're gonna know. We're gonna know right now.
Right now.
Who closed
Let's do
the
it.
form down?
Who shut the form down?
Who closed the form down? Who closed the form down?
Who closed the form down? Who closed the form?
I knew it.
The
I knew
logician.
it. He closed the form down, then he just checks out. Sure. It's, yeah, and then he tries to say, hey, sorry, my laptop battery died. And then he shut the form down.
So you think he was playing games? I don't think so.
Man. Oh, no. And he's still in the chat, hiding out. Oh, no! Sorry, logician, but you've been caught shutting the form down. And I can't believe you would do it. Because I was so excited about answering everyone's questions, and it was going so well, and then the logician came in and he shut the form down. Oh, can you believe it, Monica? Why did you do that?
I don't know.
We love you, logician.
That was fun. I think I almost got a hernia there.
Well, yeah. It was a bit forceful, but you know, that's it.
Oh, Chance doesn't like the baby with the hairy arms, huh?
I don't know, man. You mean babies don't always have hairy arms like this? What are you trying to say? Am I a freak baby? Oh, no! I'm a freak baby. And look at this. I have old man neck, too. Oh, my God. What's going on? Oh, no! I'm traumatized until next
Oh, I'm just having too much fun tonight. What's so funny, honey?
Oh.
Was
Funny,
it the
honey,
old
you
man
don't
neck?
know it.
or-
And you didn't know it.
Oh, it's that voice. It's the voice. Oh,
It's the voice.
it's the voice. Yeah.
All right.
All right. Well, it is past time. It's the first time in a long time that we've been on past time, but we had
It
plenty of
is.
questions.
It is, but it's been an absolutely awesome night, man.
Yep.
We had dudes just ringing that bell and stuff. I really do appreciate all of the super chats and donations tonight. You guys are absolutely amazing. There's no way that this stuff is possible without you. So thank you guys. It makes a big difference.
It does. It's very appreciated. So thank you.
Oh, K9 Striker asked a silly question.
Oh no. Josh Gates is taping. We will get our Josh Gates tonight.
Yeah, we don't normally like to answer questions after the stream, but that one we'll answer. And you know, there's probably people out there going, Josh Gates, is that some kind of old person TV? Yeah, probably. It's a little bit of history, a little bit of adventure. You know, I like it. It's fun.
Good stuff. It's good stuff. Yeah,
I think so.
it is fun.
Hey, you know what? Street Outlaws is Monday, okay?
That's right.
hmm And you know what? You know what's Thursday? Thursday's probably the best night of the week.
Thursday is I don't
Thursday's
remember what
robot fighting time.
Oh my gosh, how could I forget? You know what? It's new, it's freshly back on. It hadn't been
Yes.
on for a while. So,
That's true.
yeah.
BattleBots is on Thursday, guys.
Yep.
So, you know, Thursday's Meatloaf Day. Yeah, it's also going to be NFL Day, too. So then we're going to have to tape BattleBots and watch it on Friday. We've got such a rough time getting our schedules right. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying?
Gotta coordinate
crazy.
schedules. That's right.
All right. Well, it is that time. Everyone is now bored with our weekly TV watching. They're like,
think
holy
so.
crap, those people are lame. Is this what it's going to be like to get old? Hey, you know what, guys?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And there's nothing wrong with that either.
It is what it is, man.
5 most dangerous words you learn when you get older. It is what it is.
It is what it is.
Yes. Exactly.
Which camera am I using? I'm using a Sony A6500. It's a quality camera that's not horribly expensive and gets the job done. All right, babe.
Okay. All right. Well, I want to say good night to everybody, or good morning, or good afternoon, whatever time zone you're in. I did see that people were asking questions now towards the end of the stream. We will be back here again next Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the only legitimate time zone. So if you guys come back, the forum will be open again. You could post your questions in there, and we will get to them. So we will definitely be back next week. So everybody have a great Labor Day if you're in the U.S. If not, everybody have a great weekend, and we will see you again next Wednesday. Bye, guys.
Thank you, honey, and thank you, Michael, for producing the show. You guys are the best.
Yep.
I love how Monica does the. We'll see you next week at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the only legitimate time zone. A lot of you guys don't really get that joke. It's something I used to do every episode. I used to stream every single day for an hour, and I used to take so much heat for saying that. And the beautiful thing is, Monica can say it every single week, and she's never going to take any heat for it. And I think that's just the best. I think it's the best. I love doing this. I love having you guys come hang out and ask questions. You always ask amazing questions, which make this more fun for me. Didn't get to do a lot of demoing tonight, but I did a little bit. If you guys have a question and we didn't get to it tonight because of time, well, we're here next week, 7 p.m. So come back, ask your question. We'll get to it, have some fun, and make sure that you check out the channel on Friday. I am releasing a video that people have been asking for a very long time. I believe the title of the video might very well be, "They paid me to review this, but I didn't." So if you want to find out what that's all about, make sure you check it out. And, you know, make the world a better place. Go out there, do something nice for someone else. Be the change that you want. Definitely be the kind of person that you expect or want other people to be. That's the way we make the world a better place. I love you guys. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out with Monica and I tonight. I have the greatest audience in the world. I love you guys. I'll see you soon. Was sponsored by Envato Placeit. Placeit is a marketplace for all kinds of assets that can help you with your YouTube channel. Things like art and live streaming and video assets. You can create amazing face cams and live streaming overlays really easily. There are hundreds of templates, and each face cam and overlay can be modified with different designs, colors, text, and text fonts. The process is super easy, and you can even incorporate your own logo, or if you're like me, your own Placeit design logo, and you can put it right in your design. This gives you an infinite number of overlays and face cam possibilities for your live streams. And they're so easy to create, you can use a different one every time you live stream if you wanted to. So please, click the link in the description and check out Envato Placeit for yourself. This video is sponsored by Envato Placeit. Placeit is a marketplace for all kinds of assets that can help you with your YouTube channel. Things like art and live streaming and video assets. You can create amazing face cams and live streaming overlays really easily. There are hundreds of templates, and each face cam and overlay can be modified with different designs, colors, text, and text fonts. The process is super easy, and you can even incorporate your own logo, or if you're like me, your own Placeit design logo, and you can put it right in your design. This gives you an infinite number of overlays and face cam possibilities for your live streams. And they're so easy to create, you can use a different one every time you live stream if you wanted to. So please, click the link in the description and check out Envato Placeit for yourself. Big thanks to the sponsors that support this channel. Their links are in the description so you can check them out. I couldn't possibly do this without them or you. So thanks. And if you're always looking for tools, tips, and tricks to help make you a better live streamer or YouTuber, subscribe to the channel. My name is Michael Fire Jr. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.